Hello friends, greet all of you and good morning to all of you. And welcome to my YouTube channel Sanjeet Patsala. After a long time, I start the series of Bhagavad Gita, the chapter 8. Its name is Akshar Brahman Yoga. Chapter 8 is the most important because in this chapter at the beginning time, Arjuna asked a lot of questions to Krishna. So here, first of all, chapter 8, what is this in this chapter? What's the name? Now I'm going to tell you this. Its a name is Akshar Brahman Yoga, the yoga of the imperishable Brahman. It contains 28 verses. In this chapter Arjuna asks Krishna some profound philosophical questions about the Brahman, the absolute reality, the self, the karma, the death, the liberation. About it, related to these all things, Arjuna asks questions to Krishna. Krishna explains how remembering God at the time of death leads to liberation and how one's lifelong thoughts shape one's final destiny. Arjuna seven questions here. So, guys, at the beginning of the chapter, Arjuna asks Krishna, what is Brahman? What is Adhyatma, the self? What is Karma? What is Adhibhuta, the material world? What is Adideva, the divine principle? What is Adhiyajna, the Lord of sacrifices? And how can a person remember you at the time of death? These questions from the foundations of the chapter. These all questions. Krishna's answer, one by one. Krishna says a Brahman is the imperishable, eternal, supreme reality that's never changed. It is a beyond birth, death, time and shape. What is Adhyatma? Here Krishna says Adhyatma refers to an individual self, Atma, and to a spiritual identity of every living beings. Karma is the actions that creates the cycle of birth and death. Every action has a consequences, and these consequences shape future experiences. Adhibhuta, the fourth question's answer is Adhibhuta is the temporary material universe. Every physical is subject to change and destructions. And fifth question's answer, Adhideva. Adhideva is the cosmic divine consciousness that governs the universe through divine laws. Adhiyajana. Krishna declares that the himself is Adhiyajana, the divine presence residing in every living being and receiving all sacrifices. The importance of the final thoughts. One of the most famous teachings of this chapter is that's whatever one remember at the moment of death, that state one attains after death. This does not mean that a single last second thoughts alone determines a destiny. Rather, the final thoughts usually refers the habits, the values, the focus cultivated throughout life. Therefore, Krishna advises, remember God constantly. Krishna also said that performs your duties sincerely and practice devotions every day. The practice of meditations, the Krishna explains that the yogi should control the senses, keep the mind steady, focus on the divine, chant Om, the sacred syllable, and remember the Supreme with the unwavering devotions. Such a disciplined practice prepare the mind for liberations. Here Krishna says to Arjuna, the path after death. Krishna describes two symbolic spiritual paths. The bright path, Shukla Marga, path of the light and the knowledge, leads to a liberations. Liberation means moksha. The soul does not return to earthly birth. The dark path, Krishna Marg, the path associated with the attachment and ignorance, leads to a rebirth in the material world. This part emphasizes the spiritual conditions of the soul rather than serving as only as the astronomical descriptions. Central theme. What is the central theme? God is eternal and unchanging. First. Second was the soul is immortal. I mean, not it can be said that the soul is immortal. It cannot be died. The material world is temporary. Constant remembrance of God purifies the mind. Lifelong spiritual practices prepare one for a peaceful death. A devotion, meditations, righteous actions leads to towards liberations. Practice lessons, live with the purpose and integrity. First one, develop good habits because they shape your mind, and do your duties without selfish attachment. Practice meditations regularly, and remember the divine in daily life, not only at the end of life. Do not fear death, understand it as a transactions for the immortal soul. Key verses Bhagavad Gita 8.7. Therefore, remember me at all times and also perform your duty. With your mind and intellectual fixed on me, you shall surely come to me. These verses teaches that a spiritual life and worldly responsibilities are not as opposites. Krishna takes us to a remain devoted to the divine while fulfilling our responsibilities. At a conclusion, I am going to give you conclusion. Chapter 8 teaches that the supreme reality is eternal. The soul is immortal. Liberation is attained through the constant remembrance of God, disciplined meditations, devoted actions. Its central message is that the way we live each day shapes the state of our mind, and the state ultimately guides our spiritual journey. This is the short chapter of the all the chapters of Bhagavad Gita. But in these short chapters, we can learn a lot of things. So here Arjuna asks at the beginning part of this chapter 7 questions, and all questions are most important. Here Krishna also answer all the questions. That's Arjuna, you try to listen to me carefully. That's eternal. This mind is maybe as peaceful always if you do the things I already told you. So guys, if you are also interested to do anything in your life, and if you want to study anything in your life, so please don't forget to do anything regularly. You try to do something better. If you will right now, definitely in the future will be a better. So it's my request to all of you, please try to do better in your life. Jai Hind.